wife has been peeking at me from around corners and behind furniture. It's gone from weird to terrifying. My wife, Lynn, and I have been together for 6 years and married for 11 months. Our entire history together has been very normal, and never once have I noticed any weird behaviors or red flags. I can't stress enough how out of character this whole thing is for her. Lynn is very kind, intelligent, and thoughtful. She's always been the no-nonsense type of person. Being childish or trying to scare me is not something she'd normally do. She doesn't even like watching horror movies. When we first started dating, she agreed to watch The Shining with me because she knew how much I loved horror. She was so scared that she didn't make it halfway through before we turned it off. She isn't into anything creepy and has never been into pranks. It's just not her. That's what made this so strange. She's never had any mental health issues, and as far as I know, it doesn't run in her family. I know people can hide their struggles, but after 6 years, I feel like I'd have seen something. 2 months ago, I was in the kitchen making coffee before work. I was running late and wouldn't be able to stop at Dunkin' like usual. I took a sip as I hurried toward the front door when I noticed Lynn peeking at me from around the corner ahead of me. I could only see her eyes and a strand of her long dark hair. The rest of her body was hidden. I nearly spilled my coffee. I burned my lips. "Geez, Lynn," I said, "you scared the shit out of me." She immediately popped back out of view like a kid who'd been caught and scurried off toward the living room. By the time I reached the door, she was gone. It was totally out of character, but also a little funny. I called her a weirdo and shouted that I loved her. I heard her laughing as I left. I forgot about it by lunch, and she was normal when I came home. Neither of us mentioned it. 3 days later, around 2 a.m., I woke up for a drink. As I stood at the kitchen island with a jug of OJ, I felt like I was being watched. For some reason, I looked down at the floor and saw my wife's smiling face staring up at me from the other side of the island, eyes wide and unblinking, grinning like the Cheshire Cat. I screamed, not out of irritation, actual fear. At the sound, Lynn scuttled backwards on all fours, her hands and feet slapping against the tile as she crawled away. I froze, wondering what the hell had gotten into her. I eventually went upstairs. She was asleep in bed, breathing deeply. I wondered if I'd imagined it. The next morning, I asked her lightly, "What was that about last night?" She frowned like she had no clue. "You were peeking at me again. From over there," I said. She looked,